Whoa, 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 whoa. What idiot filmed this? Somebody needs to get this person a tripod. I don't know who the moron was. Oh, wait a minute. That moron was me. I don't know what happened or what I was doing that day. I must have had 100 cups of coffee or something. But let's get into it. So, Richard back again with another video. Today we're going to do another review video. I'm going to do a book review over Dan Locke's FU Money. So, that video back there was from Singapore, and if you want to experience Singapore not through the lens of whatever magnitude earthquake that might have been, then you want to stay tuned for this video. So what is FU Money? FU Money is as it sounds, the money where you can basically just say F you to whoever it may be, your boss, any person that you just don't want to deal with anymore. It's the ability to just basically not care, not take any BS from anybody, and you can go about your life happy and free. So that's the gist of what he's talking about when he says FU Money. So who's Dan Locke, you might ask? He made his money mostly, from my understanding, from his books, and he also has a YouTube channel. He made his money selling courses online and a lot of consulting services, and it seemed like where he made most of his money through those two things is online courses and consulting services. And he also sold books and some other stuff online. He did start out doing copyright letters for businesses, for marketing, and that's how he kind of got into where he is. And he kind of transitioned into what he's doing today, just trying to find how to make his FU money. So that's the backstory of Dan Locke in a nutshell. And this is the book of how, like he did, transition from your 9-to-5 job or whatever you became stagnant or plateaued into being able to make your FU money. If you couldn't already tell from the cover, it's certainly not a touchy-feely book. The name of the book is FU Money, and if you look at the gold coins, there's a hidden message there if you couldn't already figure it out. So in the first half of the book, he mostly goes over money myths and the mentality of being rich over being poor, and going over the differences between making slow money and fast money. I'll leave out all the money myth explanations for if you want to read this book. So a big point that Dan Locke goes over is making money fast versus making money slow. So the traditional method is to invest, build your wealth, work a 9-to-5, put away a bunch of money, budget, slowly invest in different areas so you can slowly grow your wealth. And by the time you're 65, maybe, then you'll be able to retire a millionaire. Maybe. Dan hates that method, and he absolutely did not want to make his money and wait around to retire when you have a bunch of money, but now maybe you're too old to really get around and do very much. You no longer have the energy of youth, and maybe you can't do some of the things that you really wanted to do when you're younger. And that's his main point of this book. So like I said, the first half of the book, it doesn't really go into a lot of the financial how-tos to actually generate your wealth. He does mention you just need to find a high-paying skill that you can market yourself personally to create your FU money. So if you hate all of the previous financial books, maybe this isn't your first book and you've read quite a few others, maybe you have a little bit of experience in this, and you just hate the idea of just investing a bunch of money, waiting till you're 65 before you can make money. I mean, I want money now. Who doesn't? So if you are all about that and you want to make money now, then this book is probably going to be a really interesting read for you. One of the things I do really love about this book is throughout the whole thing, he gives activities at the end of a lot of the chapters that you can kind of do. It helps you kind of map out your ideas, where you want to actually see yourself. Because as he points out, you can make a lot of money. Let's say you hit it big. Maybe you want more money. Most people that get a lot of money end up wanting more money. They don't have a number, they start getting money and then they just want to make more. So the idea is he wants you to set up your goals of what what's enough money for you? What's the point where you can say enough is enough and I just don't need any more? And he allows you to outline that throughout his activities throughout the book, as well as eliminate any tasks or things that you are doing that aren't geared towards making your FU money. Does anybody else notice I tend to clap my hands a little? I don't know if I'm trying to cheer for myself or what. But really, I really like these activities that he puts in the book, so it really helps you map out your future planning and what you can do right now. I do also really like the concept of getting rich now, and it's not a get rich quick scheme, and he outlines that in the book, so don't get confused there. He means you cultivate and create and mold your unique skill that allows you to generate a lot of income. And this could be sales or programming or something that you can do along those lines, or being able to market something online. And that's something he does actually talk about in the second half of the book. One of the few things that he does explicitly say that can actually help you generate a lot of money is selling stuff online. He talks about finding whatever unique skill or whatever type of product. I mean, he wants you to know your market, so whatever you want to actually get into, whatever you do like or actually know about, to understand that market really well, understand that how's the market. Is there a lot of people buying? Is there a lot of people making money there? And once you find that out, then find out how you can sell it or advertise it online. A lot of this book, he doesn't explicitly explain how you can actually make your FU money, and he does offer a program for that, but it's kind of pricey. So, I mean, if you have the money and you're kind of stagnant and you just don't know what direction to go, it might be something that you might want to look into. But if you're looking to get out of this book explicitly where to start, then you may not find exactly what you're looking for. And I won't exactly say where to start, more so how to follow through and how to find your unique skill. He does give a lot of really good generalizations about things to do and things not to do. Don't get caught up on wasting your time. I mean, what's the value of your time? Most people don't know how much their time is actually worth, and instead of spending an hour mowing the lawn, then you can just outsource that to somebody else. That's kind of what he goes over in a nutshell towards the second half of the book, is just don't waste your time. That's the one thing that nobody can buy. You can't get your time back. You can't manage time. You can't until somebody invents a time machine or you get to live forever, then, once this second you're watching this video is now gone. This second is also now gone. You can't get that time back no matter how hard you try. And this is a concept I absolutely agree with, to not waste your time. Now, there's no better time than now to start making your FU money. The other thing I won't say disagree with, but something I would say you can actually kind of have both together, and I've seen a lot of successful people do this, and there's another really great YouTuber by the name of Grant Stephan who found a way to marry these two concepts really well. And that is making slow money and fast money together at the same time. There's no reason why you can't make some sort of passive income, developing a high income skill, whether it be real estate or sales or programming, whatever it may be, whatever you find your high income skill is and you start generating a lot of money, there's also no reason why you can't also generate passive income the slow way with a 401k, Roth IRA, dividend funds, high interest savings account. There's a lot of other things that you can invest your money into to generate money that's the traditional or slow way, but it's just a way to diversify yourself. And he kind of makes that sound like that's an absolutely bad idea, but honestly, I think both of them are really great ideas, and I think the reason why he says that is because he wants you to focus all of your efforts into making your FU money now, instead of worrying about how you can make your FU money 30 years from now. So really, this book is more of a motivational book that just kicks you in the butt into going to do. It's not the kind of book that's a touchy-feely, oh, you can do it, and all kinds of positive affirmations. He doesn't spare any language or hold back anything in the book. So it's still a motivational book, but it's the kind of motivational book that it's like a tough love. It's like, you kick somebody or tell them the hard truth, and something that, maybe a lot of people haven't told them, but they probably need to hear, and it gets you to just start doing something. It doesn't matter where you start, really, just as long as you're working towards your goal. So if you watched the Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover video I did a little while back, this book is probably an extreme contrast to that book. I would even say that Dan indirectly hints to Dave Ramsey's in particular in this book that making money the slow and safe way is for chumps, basically, is what he says. But I would say that you can still benefit from both books, and I would still absolutely read both books. I would say if you're in debt already, or if you just don't know where to start, you haven't read any financial books, you have very little experience in this, I would actually start out reading Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover book before this book. However, if you already have a pretty good grasp on your budgeting, your finances, and you at least have a steady source of income, but you kind of feel stagnant or in a plateau, then this is an absolute must read. Whichever order you choose, I would absolutely recommend reading both of those books, and advice is just something that someone has based on their own experiences, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it'll absolutely work 100% for you. However, that also means that you can't necessarily discount all of their experiences. Some of their experiences may be of great help to you, while others you may find that you have no use for. So it's a good idea to get as much knowledge as you possibly can and start building your wealth from there. So Dan actually has this book as a free download option on his website, and I'll give that link in the description below, and you can download that and read that on your computer or laptop or even your phone. But if for whatever reason, whenever you're watching this, he no longer has that link for free, or if you're like me and you just like to have a physical book, or maybe you just want to try to support the channel, then I'll also give my Amazon affiliate link in the description below. And Dan also has another book called Influence, and it goes over 47 forbidden psychological tactics that you can use for sales and marketing, and that was actually his first book, and so I'll give a link in the description below for that as well if you're curious. So the best thing you can really do to building your FU money right now is smash that like button. No, for real. Pick up this book, read this book. It's actually a really quick read. Really take the time to invest in yourself. Try to find what type of high income skill that you can develop or that you personally have. Maybe it's something that you just happen to be really good at. Maybe it's something you like and enjoy and also have a lot of information on. And just find out how you can market that skill. Find out how you can help other people and still make money in the process. So in the comment section down below, let me know what your high income skill you think you can master is to start making your FU money. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload future videos. And if you're interested in my past video review of Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover, then I'll leave a link one of these two places will have the link. Go check that video out and let me know what you think.